Snetterton, it was rather foggy, which made for an interesting qualifying session. 3 laps under the safety car, which has meant grid order has gone for the championship order, and because of this fog, the racing was put back, and Locost only managed to get 2 races rather than the 3, so only the grid had to split in half because of the amount of entries, so we've only got half the cars on circuit. It's Mike Comber from pole position. Nick Selby was alongside him. He doesn't make a great start. They all charge into Ritchie's for the first time then. I think that was Vicky Pickles who was right up there into Ritchie's, but she was on the outside line. Drop back, so Comber leads as they head down into Montreal. It's Ali Garrett, his teammate from Promocomp, that sits there in second. They turn through the Montreal hairpin before turning left onto through the 200 loop, missing out the 100, so not on the 300 this weekend as they turn through Chapman there. Ali Garrett's managed to use the slipstream wisely there to go into the lead. Number 33 then goes in front before we make our way down to Brundle. He slots back onto the racing line for braking under the bridge, and it's Nick Selby there in third with Lee Bankhurst in fourth, looking up on the inside possibly for Nelson. Bankhurst couldn't make that work though, so we head down towards the bomb hole, turning through there now, and now down towards Coram Curve for the first time. There's the 2 Promocomp cars attached to each other as they turn through the right hander. We've got Nick Selby there in third, fourth is Lee Bankhurst, and then in fifth is Matt Cherrington. Sean Brain going with them as well, so it's 6 for the lead as they turn their way through Murray's. In 7th position it was the number 83 car of Glenn Boyer. The cars head on to the centre straight to complete the first lap of the 13 minutes plus 1 lap of racing, and Comber's gone to the front, but Ali Garrett fighting back once again in exactly the same place as he did earlier on the last lap of the race, and so Garrett goes back to the front as they head under the bridge. And look at Matt Cherrington, he goes up on the inside of Lee Bankhurst, heading through Brundle, and now it's Nick Selby later on the brakes. He goes ahead of both the Promocomp cars as they head through now, so I think Cherrington almost at the back of Comber's allowed Bankhurst back in front of him, but as they turn their way into the bomb hole, it's Nick Selby that now leads. He's got ahead of both Alistair Garrett and Mike Comber as they now head on to Coram Curve for the second time of asking. And look at Garrett looking for the gap here to go back through. He does. He goes on the inside through Coram Curve. Is Nick Selby going to fight back? Yes, he's got the inside line for Murray, so he goes back in front. The 6 and all still together. Sean Brave on the back of the 6 cars, and we can see it's absolutely nose to tail as they come up across the line. Shooting after the slipstream, Ali Garrett, he goes to the front, but Comber's going to get them all. They're 3 wide across the line as they complete the second lap of the race, but it's Comber's going to go around the outside of everybody, and Matt Cherrington on the inside, Lee Bankhurst on the outside. Cherrington's going to slip into third, Garrett's in second, and it's Comber then that leads. A rather exciting first couple of laps, and the top 3 at the end of it across the line, separated by 0.06 of a second. And once again Garrett coming back through here down from the Bentley straight, but he's bringing Cherrington with him. He's got the inside line of all of them. He's going to take the lead now in what for these guys it's the 13th and final round of the 2012 750 Motor Club Locost Championship, and it's Matt Cherrington that leads. In second it is Alistair Garrett, in third is Mike Comber as we turn our way through the bomb hole and down towards Coram Curve. It's nose to tail, side by side between Nick Selby and Lee Bankhurst as well. They're going to go one by one through Coram Curve, unsurprisingly. So down into Murray's we go. Cherrington's car a bit sideways possibly, but that's okay. He's got that all corrected for Murray's. And as we're about to complete the third lap of the race then, who's going to use the slipstream to advantage this time? You can see now how Comber using it to bring himself towards his teammate as again Garrett darts out the toe of Cherrington, and once again they're going to be 3 wide because Comber using the pit lane exit there to look up on the inside. He backs out of it. Garrett does around the outside. He takes the lead. Second Cherrington, third Comber, fourth is Selby. He runs out very wide though. Then he has to defend from Lee Bankhurst. He's still looking up on the inside, so he's going to slip in front. Lee Bankhurst has raced around this circuit before this year. He raced in the Citroen 2 CV 24-hour race in August, so he knows the circuit relatively well from doing the amount of laps he would have done then. We're side by side for the lead again because Matt Cherrington of TMC Motorsport does what Garrett's done to Comber on the last few laps. Comber decides not to go for a move though. He stays behind Garrett. We're headed through the old S's, Brundle and Nelson. Breaking down in the second part, that's Nelson. And then powering back down towards the bomb hole. Just over a third of the way through this race. And it's Matt Cherrington that leads the way still. From Alistair Garrett in second, and then third on board camera Mike Comber. See the three of them all together. Bankhurst in fourth. He's a little bit further back. He's a real battle with Nick Selby. Sean Brame, he has a big moment through Coram there. He's dropped back from the top five now, and we'll go back on board with Comber because he's mounting a challenge, possibly on his teammates. Alistair Garrett, is he pushing him possibly there? Baking bump drafting going the promo comp cars, and that's going to Garrett round the outside of Cherrington, but Cherrington not giving up on this. He breaks late and continues to run on that inside line. So they can be side by side head down to Montreal. I think Cherrington should have got this. Comber stays on the racing line and letting the two of them in front battle it out, but it is Cherrington on the inside line that takes it. But then is he going to slip wide for Chapman Curve? Won't give him the best run onto the Bentley straight here. So they power now down the Bentley straight using all of the, well, roughly these cars have 90 brake horsepower. And Garrett there on the inside, and now Comber's going to go around the outside of them. So they're three wide heading towards the bridge here. The braking zone for Brundle, and Comber moves around the outside. Garrett stays in second, but Comber carrying so much speed through there as Matt Cherrington tries to come back up on the inside. Wasn't able to do it through Nelson, so Cherrington stays in front as we now turn through bomb hole once again and towards Coram Curve. And Comber with those two battling just for those two corners. It's allowed him to get the biggest gap he's had all race. Garrett trying to use his speed through Coram to close him in. Third is still Cherrington, fourth Selby, and fifth Bankhurst. Then here, sixth position, that is Sean Brame. In seventh, that's Glenn Boyer. I think it's a good battle between Jason Gibbons and Paul Bryant for 8th and 9th positions. I believe we've got a nice trio of cars here, led by James Millman. We've got a spin up there now. Just try and work out who spinner was. Not totally sure at the moment, but it's a change for the lead again because Matt Cherrington's used the slipstream to go in front of Comber, so he leads once again. And Cherrington leads it the way then as they turn through the left-hander at Brundle, then through the right-hander at Nelson before making their way onto the bomb hole once again. Round Coram, tighter line slightly for Comber, then down on the brakes they go, turn their way through Murray's, back onto the centre straight once again, and just in the slipstream is Mike Comber then. He's thinking about coming out, yes, he's decided to go for it now. Look at Alistair Garrett though in the rear view camera, he's just sits behind Comber, hoping he's going to go through past Cherrington, but Cherrington's got that inside line. He stays in front for the moment. Now, Mike Comber, ex-Carter, stays behind Cherrington, headed through Montreal corner, then through Chapman, and then the slipstreaming begins once again as we head onto what used to be known as the Brevik Straight, now was the Bentley Straight. So here the slipstream coming in now. You can see Comber coming towards the TMC Motorsport car of Matt Cherrington. But there we go, hooked onto the back. But Cherrington, strong engine there on that car, was able to keep a good enough gap to Comber down the straight. Or was Mike Comber using? We've got a replay here. I'll continue that in a second. We've got Lee Bankhurst, last lap. A big moment under braking from Murray. Managed to hold it all together. Back to the action then, it's Cherrington that leads Comber. Cherrington leaves a gap there. He missed the apex of the corner, but he just about managed to stay in front of Comber. Yes, you can see that as they head past the pit wall, but using that slipstream to his advantage there. Garrett trying to follow Comber through, but Comber's definitely got it, and that's Garrett going right around the outside of Matt Cherrington through Richie's corner. Cherrington just about sticking it out on the inside there, but Garrett almost made it all the way around the outside because Cherrington managed to just about stay alongside Garrett there. He has the inside line for Montreal and goes back through. But I was saying a lap ago, Mike Comber may well have been thinking, well, if I stay behind Matt Cherrington going down the event straight this time, I'll use the slipstream later on. Well, Matt Cherrington not waiting, he goes straight past Comber as we head down towards Brundle. So you can see different tactics from different drivers. Some of them just want to get past straight away at the first possible opportunity, where others stick back and wait for their moment, but they realise perhaps they may have to make the break, or when it comes into the second half of the race, those crucial last few laps. They got some lappery though just up the road, up 3 altogether then. Cherrington leads it from Comber. Now look, Comber can go to the racing line. Cherrington thought he may want to slip up the inside there for Murray. He wasn't able to do it, so perhaps losing a bit of momentum as they go past the back marker. That's allowed Selby back in the battle for the lead, so this is exciting stuff going past the pit wall. Nose to tail racing, heading into Richie, and it's Selby the first one to dart out the slipstream. He's coming around the outside of Alistair Garrett. Nobody actually changing positions there. Everyone just following line of stern, coming towards the end of the race. And on contact there, I think they're going up trying to move up on the inside with Ernie Gushlow. I think making contact Patrick Doodley possibly it was. Anyway, back to the action. It's Cherrington that still leads. Comber staying behind. We have 1 lap to go at the end of this. The 13 minutes has run out, so we turn our way through Murray's. Is this once again the tactics of Mike Comber coming into play? He's going to win the championship in this race as well. So everyone only having 1 race this weekend, that basically gave Mike Comber the championship, but getting what we presume to be a podium here in this race will confirm the championship for him. So down towards Montreal, riding on board with the 2012 sixteenth Motor Club Locost Champion. We've got a couple of back markers in front. This could play into effect. Cherrington gets caught right on the apex of Chapman here. That probably allowed both Nick Selby and Lee Bankhurst into the battle here. So we got 5 for the lead, heading down the Bentley straight. Alistair Garrett in fact lost a bit. Now coming round the outside, Mike Comber. He's going to try and take the lead here. Alistair Garrett closing fast. He's coming on round the outside of both of them, and he's got the speed. He's going to take the lead round the outside. Matt Cherrington trying to find the inside. Comber late breaks late. He goes past Cherrington, but Cherrington fights back again on the exit. Then they turn their way through Nelson, and it's Alistair Garrett that leads. Second, Mike Comber. Third, Matt Cherrington. Fourth, Nick Selby, and fifth is Lee Bankhurst. Down towards Coram then for the final lap of this race. Something just get flicked up onto the camera there. So for all these guys, their final race in 2012. The other half of the field getting a race later on this afternoon. But who's going to win it here? Garrett's got the lead, heading down the centre straight, but Comber in the slipstream. You could see the car catching. He darts out the slipstream as they come up to the line. They're side by side, and Comber gets it on the line. He wins the final race of 2012 by 0.06 of a second, and right in there was Cherrington as well. He was only a 10th down in third. Fourth was Nick Selby, and in fifth was Lee Bankhurst. A fantastic low-cost race there.